Hey guys, welcome to Bonehead Truckers. This clown's back at it. Oh, Chris Spear. Chris Spear is our favorite clown. Okay, he is, if you guys don't know who he is the head of the ATA, American Trucking Associations. And if you don't know who they are, these are the guys that actively work against the American truck driver. It works against the owner-operators, the small companies, and everything. And this is big company interest only. All right, that's what they do. And he is a frequent liar. If you hear what he said, if this guy comes on the news and he starts talking, okay, you're going to expect something from me. Because I'm going to tell you the reason why, and with proof, with receipts, that he's lying. And he's lying in this. So you got to subscribe to this channel because I'm holding him accountable. And we have receipts right here. But first, let's listen to what this clown has to say.
In this case, when you're pulling back 17,000 commercial driver's licenses that should not have been issued, yeah, I'd say something's up. I mean, this is coinciding with the President and Secretary of Transportation's push to enforce safety on our nation's roads. We welcome that. We push for years to put safety first. It's our North Star.
It's their North Star. Can you believe that? These guys are the ones that are pushing for illegal immigrants to come into the freaking trucking industry. Yes, I have those receipts.
And making certain that the people that are handed a commercial driver's license have gone through a rigorous set of conditions before they're issued that permit. And this wasn't the case for the 17,000. You've got people out there that shouldn't be behind the wheel of an 80,000-pound vehicle. So we applaud the administration. I think the Secretary is doing exactly the right thing for road safety, and it will make, our roads and bridges safer for the motoring public.
Now let's talk about what the ATA really stands for, what they don't want to tell you in this interview. All right? So this is from the American Trucking Association. This is their recommended form of and manner modification, regulatory guidance for 49 CFR 383.23 commercial driver's license. Okay? Question 1. This is the ATA. Okay, they say, may a foreign driver with an unemployment authorization document or obtain a CDL to operate a CMV in the United States. Okay, and the guidance says, yes, a foreign driver, this is ATA's words, yes, a foreign driver holding an employment authorization document or an unexpired foreign passport accompanied by approved customs and border protections, that's CBP 1-94, whatever the crap. Arrival departure record may obtain a CDL, a non-domicile CDL. It clearly states right here that these guys are pushing for foreign drivers. So here's the other document, more receipts. This is from the American Trucking Association, Committee of Transportation Infrastructure. This is one of them committees, okay? They state, this is American Trucking Association, okay? They sit there, before I read this, and you're seeing it now, they understand where all these wrecks are coming from and where the problem drivers are and who the problem drivers are. Okay, and where they're coming from, no matter what state, what country they're coming from, okay? In many parts of the country, there are substantial concentrations of ICs, those are independent contractors, performing vital supply chain services. Sikh drivers in Northern California, Somalian drivers in Minnesota, etc. They are as much of a part of the trucking industry and supply chain as every employee truck driver, and their choices should be respected. Now, this is clearly what they say, okay, but this is not what Chris Spear just said. Hey, listen, can I remind you what a non-domicile CDL? How about this? How about we let Sean Duffy tell you what a non-domicile CDL is.
A non-domiciled CDL. So what does that mean? Oh, the rule. This was set up so if, again, I'm from Wisconsin, I want to go to Texas. I'm not domiciled in Texas, but I want to get a Texas commercial driver's license. I could come from Wisconsin, where I'm a resident. I could go to Texas, and I could get a commercial driver's license in Texas, and it's all legal, and it's made for Americans going from state to state. Well, like many good rules, this was contorted and abused, and now you see foreigners coming into the country and getting non-domiciled commercial driver's licenses.
Which clearly, this guy, Chris Spear, okay, what I just showed you with proof, the ATA supports foreign drivers coming in to the country and getting CDLs.
We did an investigation in regard to non-domiciled CDLs. So just quickly, what is a non-domiciled CDL? It was a CDL that was envisioned for someone from one state, a citizen from one state, that was going to get a commercial driver's license in another state. So say I'm in Wisconsin and I want to drive truck in Texas, a lot of jobs down there, and I would get a commercial driver's license, a non-domiciled one in the state of Texas. Like many of our laws, it was contorted by oftentimes liberals and liberal governors, and they started to allow foreigners to get non-domiciled CDLs.
And again, this is what Chris Spear of the American Trucking Association, this is what they want. Again, I showed you proof. This is the same guy. Chris Spear is the same guy for many, many years. Has sit there and spewed this rhetoric of truck driver shortage. Okay, like we've got a driver shortage, and well, that's been debunked too. Watch this.
American Trucking Association's president and CEO. The backdrop, of course, all of this is it's hard to find truckers to get the stuff to stores, and that invariably could lead to higher prices as well. So, Chris, how big a worry is it right now that we can't find enough truckers?
Well, it is a problem. It's been a problem. The truck driver shortage, technician shortage. We've got to hire over 1 million people over the next 10 years, most of them drivers and technicians.
There is a trucker shortage, a shortage of truck drivers. I think it's because it's hard to find people who have a clean license, you know, drinking and smoking dope and all the rest of it. Am I right?
You are right, and it's putting a lot more demand. The economy is great, but it also brings to the surface issues that we've known about for quite some time, which is the driver shortage.
This also comes down to the driver shortage. You believe it or you don't believe it. It's a fact.
I do not buy the idea that there's not enough American truck drivers. To the contrary, there are enough American truck drivers to meet the demands that we have in this country. This was concocted in a way to allow people to come into our country, to get licenses, commercial driver's licenses unlawfully, and then get behind the wheel.